created a Rube Goldberg machine to roll dice. The first step represents Newton's second law. Newton's second law states that acceleration is produced when a force acts upon a mass. As my hand pushes the tennis ball down the ramp, the ball gains acceleration. In this scenario, the ball is the mass and my hand is the force acting upon it. An example of conservation of momentum appears when the tennis ball hits the Lego tower. The momentum the tennis ball gained from rolling down the ramp is gained by the Lego tower when the two objects collide. Newton's second law appears again when the Lego tower hits the golf ball and causes the golf ball to roll down the binder. The mass, in this case the golf ball, accelerates down the ramp due to the force, the Lego tower. When the golf ball collides with the toy bus, conservation of momentum is present. The toy bus gains the momentum of the golf ball from the collision. The toy bus rolls across the table only to hit the knife on top of a measuring cup. The toy bus is a representation of Newton's first law, which states that an object in motion will stay in motion and an object at rest will stay at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. The toy bus stays in motion until it is met with the knife. An example of Newton's third law is the knife spinning. Newton's third law declares that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. The initial action is the toy bus hitting on the end of the knife. The equivalent of that action is the knife hitting the dominoes. The dominoes prove to be an example of conservation of momentum. When each domino collides with another, they lose momentum that the next domino in line gains. The final domino collides with the jewelry box. It carries its momentum to the jewelry box, which tips over, therefore is an example of the conservation of momentum. In step 9, the box tips over and pushes the ruler forward. This is an example of conservation of momentum. The momentum the box gained is used to push the ruler forward and give it some momentum. Finally, the dice is rolled. The ruler pushes the dice forward and lands on a random number when it rolls into the box. The final step represents Newton's first law.